Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Frank Vassalero. Amelia has the evening off. We're continuing to track a winter storm that is hitting the metro right now. Here's a live look at Highway 169 and Anderson Lakes Parkway. That is the border of Eden Prairie and Bloomington. As you can see, snow is blowing as it comes down and the wind swirls it around. State Patrol's reminding drivers to be extra careful out on the roads. They say already there have been 121 crashes in Minnesota today and this evening. Half of those involves cars that were either spinning out or sliding off of a slick road. 10 people were hurt in those crashes, and we have word that one person has died. We have team coverage for you this evening. Meteorologist Chris Schaefer is tracking the storm here in the studio. John Lauritsen is in Maple Grove right now, and we'll check in with him in a moment. But first, let's get to Chris for the latest on what's going on and what happens in our future. Hi.
Hey, Frank, the greatest snow totals have been up in extreme northern Minnesota in the War Road area, 7 to 11 inches of snow. The rest of the state, we lost a lot of accumulation, of course, to the heavy rain that preceded the snowfall. But you can see our weather watchers, Fay and Bemidji, 1.5 inches. Doug and Springfield over 1 inch as well. We're seeing several reports come in now around 1 inch. And we will start to see more around the Twin Cities metro area because the heavy rain that came through here, as you can see, has changed over to all snow. And it is accumulating. Mainly in the grassy areas on your decks. Most of the roadways are wet at this point, but the side roads will start to be snow covered like other parts of the state. You can see the back edge of the snowfall that continues to move from west to east across the state. The National Weather Service has shifted things a little bit. Now it's more of a winter weather advisory with a few pockets of the winter storm warning still. The main concern is obviously travel. As Frank mentioned, the road conditions will continue to deteriorate, and we will have more issues even around the Twin Cities. Speaking of which, let's go to John Lauritsen now, who's in Maple Grove, to give us a little flavor of what's happening there. John.
Yeah, Chris, it's a lot of fun out here, to say the least. The wind has really picked up. The snow has picked up as well. We're at a rest area here in Maple Grove, right next to I-94. You can see traffic is moving pretty well, but trust me, it's slick out there. We were just on the roads a few minutes ago, and things are moving. We saw a couple spin-outs, but it looks like the drivers, there's two different vehicles. Drivers in both cases were okay, and are moving along once again. 57 for record high today. It'll drop to 19 overnight. That can make for some slick road conditions through the night and into the morning.
I'm sitting for my 10-hour break, and then I'm taking off in the morning.
It was the calm before the snow at a St. Cloud truck stop Monday afternoon. Drivers were anticipating mild temperatures to give way to snow, then wind, then cold.
I've driven on about 2 inches of ice in Alaska.
Miranda Stennis was planning on spending the night before she and her travel buddy picked up a new load and made their way to Illinois, unsure what the roads will be like come morning.
It's my first time driving the truck, so it makes me a little bit nervous, but I am used to driving in the ice.
MnDOT is hoping to ease that anxiety. They spent Monday preparing for whatever comes their way.
We've had this great weather. It's been pretty easy sailing for drivers. But what we see every single year is when that first snow comes, it takes a little while for people to get their driving skills back on, to get back on their game. And we actually see people crashing into our plows a lot.
While plows got busy on the roads, Aero Ace Hardware was hoping to get busy indoors. They're stocked with salt and shovels. But so far, Christmas lights and extension cords have been the top sellers this December.
If they all of a sudden see it come down, they'll come rush in. So we'll see the snow coming down, and then you see customers coming in. Yeah, it gets hectic, but it's all in the fun of it, I guess.
Yeah, fun to look at out here, but not so much fun to drive in. We heard about over 100 spinouts in the state. A lot of that happening west of us and north of us. Up until recently, the roadways were just too warm, really, to have any icy conditions out here. That's changing right now, which is why, obviously, MnDOT advising people to take your time tomorrow morning, drive slowly. And the plows, we got one going by us right now, give them a wide berth when you're on the roadways, Frank.
All good advice, John. We appreciate it. John Lauritsen live in Maple Grove.